This is Jess.fm. Unfiltered, unscripted. You were already thinking it. She just said it.
This is episode 15 of Jess.fm. We're talking Love Island, shadow work, and Ferrero Rocher cereal. It's light, it's sharp, it's me in the car again, unfiltered. If you've been scrolling nonstop, here's your chance to stop, breathe, and listen to something that actually makes sense. Hey guys, it's another day, very sunny day, and if you're listening, you finished your work. Hey, if nobody told you this today, you did a good job. I just want to start with that. If no one told you this, you did a good job at what you did today. All right, and you can get back at it again tomorrow. Welcome to episode 15, guys. I cannot believe I'm saying episode 15. It is been that long that I've been at this, just sharing my raw thoughts in the car drive on the way home. And I'm just so proud of myself for, taking a dream and making it come to life. Even with everything I have going on, life doesn't stop just because you want to bring something new in it, right? Like, all of us have been there where, you have a plate, and there's stuff on it, and then more stuff gets added. So, and this is self-induced too, because this is my brainchild, and I'm like, look, I take this time, I commute home. Why not use it creatively? Henceforth, Jess.fm. Welcome to you. If you're a first-time listener, I'm so happy to have you. Hit that subscribe button while you're here. Catch up on old episodes and, revisit some of the clips. Leave me a comment or two on what you think about the conversations we've been having. I got a few topics to cover today. Not too much. It'll probably be another light day. I do like the, shorter long form content we've been doing. Like, I remember episodes 1 through 3 close to 30 minutes long. Here we've been kind of trying to wrap it up in 15, but if you're new here, we don't set a limit. We just let the conversation flow. I am going off the dome. I am a human. All right. I am a human that you hear right now who's talking. I have to make that clear with the new YouTube policy that came out today. Did y'all hear about that? Like, all of y'all with these no face, no voice videos where you're using AI to do all your talking, be careful if you want to be monetized. Okay. YouTube isn't ruling it out. They're just saying, from what I can see in the bare skimmings of the policy, that, if AI is the voice, that more than likely you will not be monetized. I want to know more about that policy though, so I'll probably comb through it, bring that as a new topic on a later date. But I just wanted to clarify, you are talking to a human right now. Okay? I have to start every episode with, I am a human, it is me, okay? Just so we don't have anything going on strange in the algorithm. But long story short, it's been a great day. All right. It's been a great Wednesday. Like I said, life continues. I am headed into yet another busy weekend of sports. It is, if you're in Texas, it's regional season for summer track runners and field event participants. And I will be, cheering my daughter on. All those times y'all heard me drop her off at track practice or pick her up from track practice. All boiled down to this. I hope to come back and share, wonderful news on how she did. But more excitingly, I just, want to make sure I'm cherishing this time every day at a time, and not telling myself, oh, I'm too busy, I can't make it, and this, that, and the other. Like, cherish your kids, guys, while they're young, because they won't be that way for long. They will eventually grow up. They will start their own families. They will start their own lives, and they will remember how things were for them as a kid. This will be their core memories. So I like to keep that in mind in everything dealing with my daughter. And yes, I took 2 days off work so we can be at the track meets that for some reason are not on the weekend but on weekdays. But it's fine. It's life. I get it. All right. And I'm just blessed to have afforded myself away in my career where I do have that flexibility. Some of you listening may be like, girl, everybody can't just take off and go to track meets. I get it. I was that everybody at one point in time. However, I was so devoted, so dedicated to what it was I was doing in my younger years so that I could afford myself the life that I'm now experiencing in my midlife. You get what I mean? So more career advice is on Instagram. I don't want to bore you guys with stuff about jobs when we first got off of work, but do check me out at Mommy Anna. That's MAHMIANA, or you can just visit my bio. You'll see the links there. That is where I talk about, what mindset and just the way I approach thinking about my career path. And it worked for me, so maybe it'll work for one of you too. While you're there, hit follow. While you're here though, hit subscribe, comment below, share. How did you like yesterday's episode? I think yesterday's episode was really cool and a good segue into like one of the first topics I wanted to cover today. So if you missed it, you have to go catch up. But y'all, why is Love Island so viral? Why is the show Love Island so viral right now? Like, I am having a hard time navigating myself around all of the online fanfare about Love Island because I don't want the spoilers. I have been watching this show forever. And I'm like, is this show that new to people where they're like so into it? The drama and then this and then that. Like, guys, anyone like me who's been watching Love Island, you're seeing more of what happens every season. So if you find this season that I know nothing about, I don't know anyone's names, I don't know anything about anything, but all I see is hashtags and this thing is going viral. And not to say it hasn't gone viral in other seasons. However, this seems like very, very much so. I don't want to say manufactured commerciality, if that's a word. But it feels like a lot of fanfare. And if you're a Love Island show producer, I bet you're lit. I bet you're like, what's wrong with us getting some fanfare? So that's not what I'm saying. I just find it strange that so many more people are talking about Love Island, a show that's been around for so long. If this is your first season watching, I will tell you, you can go back to any season and get your life if you really, really are into reality dating shows like what Love Island is. Comment below, what's your favorite reality dating show? I loved Love Island. It was probably my number one for a while just because they create this mini dating pool. And while it's only a few people, it so well displays what happens in dating that I don't even think people realize it because it's so fast paced and it's such a condensed timeline. But mind you, even with that condensed timeline, the things that are going on, do I really like this person? Am I gonna hook up with that person? Oh, I like this other person more. Like, that is the dating pool that we're all now, well, not me, I'm not in that dating pool, but y'all, some of y'all listening are in this dating pool. I don't know how y'all do it though. I'm gonna be honest. I commend you if you out here dating in 2025. I tell my husband every other day, I'm so happy I found you when I found you and we found each other and we said, let's lock this thing down, because there's no way. There is no way I'd be out here in these streets as the girls say or the guys say now. Like, ain't no way. I have too much dignity. I'm sorry. I have too much dignity to be out here doing some of the things that I see. So maybe that's why I love dating shows. Maybe the dating shows are for us that are not in the dating market anymore to just still be entertained. And I'll take it. But for the longest, like, Love Island was at my top. What's the one? Oh my gosh, it's slipping my mind, with Nephew Tommy on the OWN channel. Comment below. Y'all know which dating show I'm talking. Ready to Love. It came to me. Ready to Love. Comment Ready to Love down below. That's another good dating show that really does a good job of like giving you a condensed view of the dating pool. My other newest fave, like my newest fave is Singles Inferno. Have y'all seen Singles Inferno? Oh my gosh, I love Singles Inferno. I actually watched this one with my daughter Because here's the thing about Singles Inferno, a non-American dating show, I must add. It's very, very different in that the people who are dating, like, they carry themselves much, much more, how do you say it? Demure than on American dating shows, where you're gonna see a lot of kissing and rolling around in the bed and a lot of things that, quite frankly, I believe if you do too soon in a relationship could be the end of the relationship. That's just my perspective. We don't have to get into all that, but long story short, in Singles Inferno, it is also a very condensed timeline. They create a mini dating pool, but you just notice the difference in cultures, and I really appreciate seeing a dating culture that's not as raunchy as what we see in a lot of our shows. Love Island being one of them. Ready to Love is also quite demure also. Like, I do like how they just focus on the dates. They're not all living in one place. But you know that episode when they bring them all together, that's going to be like the juiciest episode of the whole season, or one or two episodes of the whole season. But, you know, I like dating shows. I watch them with my husband. I watch them with my daughter. I watch them with my friends. And we use it to do our shadow work. Like, if you're not watching these shows for the purpose of, like, entertainment, at least look at it from a perspective of, you know, the character archetypes, and, you know, which one reminds you of yourself, and which one, you know, of that reminds you of yourself, might help you see some things in yourself that you want to be, you know, change or do differently, right? Like, I like reality TV solely for that reason. People call it doing shadow work. I'm not looking at it to emulate, idolize, and definitely not, you know, duplicate a lot of what I see on a lot of these shows. But when you see the personalities, you are being given a chance to look inward if that's what you really use it for. And that's what I use it for. Like, you know, conversations that are had a lot of times are good conversations. They have to happen because they have such a tight timeline. And I'm like, did me and my husband talk about that? We'll look at you. Did we talk about that? You know, just different things like that. So it's just you know, super light, super fun. But y'all tell me in the comments, why is Love Island so viral this season? What am I missing? Try to tell me without spoiling it. Let's see who does a good job of that. And I'll keep y'all posted on when I watch it. Shows like that, I like all the episodes posted, and I usually binge watch. So I can't wait to see, you know, this season. I'm pretty sure it's good, but you let me know. Why is it so viral? Why are you watching? I'd love to hear what you think. The next topic I want to cover is more into, like, something I'm not seeing really anybody talk about, and I don't understand why. Did y'all know that the company who makes the candy, Ferrero Rocher, they're an Italian-owned company, did y'all know they're trying to buy Kellogg? Y'all, oh my gosh. First of all, Ferrero Rocher, top 5 candies, all right? Top 5 candies. I know some of y'all like, I don't like chocolate. I always find that strange, people who don't like chocolate, but I get it. My daughter, she's one of them. She don't like chocolate. I get it. However, one of my favorite candies is that wonderful hazelnut ball of chocolate. It is so delicious. The hazelnut of it is so delicious. And to be quite honest, like, in my head, the company's name is Ferrero Rocher because the candy is that good. I don't think that's their actual name. However, whomever this company is, it's an Italian-owned company. And guys, they're trying to buy Kellogg. Apparently, there's talks. I don't know if the deal is final or not. So go, please check your information. Do not take my word for gospel. All right. However, what I saw was they are trying to do a $3 billion deal to buy Kellogg. And just the talks of it alone, stocks are already rising. I find that to be very intriguing, and I find it to be a great idea. Here's why. Okay? First of all, Italian-owned company. Now, I love American. I am a proud American. All right? And if we can do it right, let's keep everything American. However, one thing we have in America suffered with is things like cereal. Why? Because, first of all, y'all changed the tricks. Who around when Trix were shaped like fruit, okay? I don't know if they're General Mills or Kellogg, but they Kellogg today. So sorry, Kellogg, you can get this smoke. First of all the cereal has been simplified and reduced down to like balls. Just simple, like round balls. Growing up, only the Kicks were like that, okay? Which I love Kicks. Look, plain cereal, put some milk, put that sugar on top, like that sugar sink. Oh my gosh, I love Kicks. Matter of fact, I might have to go buy some. But I like Trix because Trix were fruit. They were shaped like fruit. They used to be. I'm giving a history lesson to some of y'all. Some of y'all like, girl, we know. But no, listen. They used to be shaped like fruits, okay? Each of the different fruit flavors. Now, did the flavor taste like the fruits? Probably not. But in my mind, they did because they were shaped like a fruit. I remember the grape, the banana, the this, that, and the other. The little orange was a ball. But I just thought that was like the cutest cereal. And then all of a sudden, I don't know how old I was. All right, so don't even ask. I don't know what year this happened. Y'all can actually, in the comments, if you can tell me the year that the Trix changed from fruits to balls, we gonna see about that trivia. Nobody responded to the last trivia, like, so it's still a prize out here waiting for anybody who want to tell me the year that the Trix changed. But that is one of the things. The other main thing, guys, that's more serious is the food dyes. Like, more and more in the past year, we've learned a lot about some of the food dyes that are being put not just in our cereals, but in all of our foods. My child came home and told me about red dye 40 or whatnot. She gave me all the ins and outs, which is why parents, listen to your kids. You can be educated from your children. I probably should have known it, slap me on the hand. I should have known it, but the amount of detail she knew about it made her stop wanting to eat stuff like Flamin' Hot Cheetos and any of the red chips and all that kind of. She doesn't even want to eat them anymore, which I love that because it's not healthy. Supposed to be just a snack. People making whole meals out of it at this point. But the red dyes in cereal as well are a problem. Now, I'm over here speculating, all right? But my thought is food in Italy is much healthier than much of the processed food that we have here in America. It just is what it is until it's not. I mean, we could change that. And maybe Kellogg is trying to do that. I don't know about the terms of the deal. Y'all will have to tell me more about it. But if an Italian-owned company buys a company who makes cereal for America, I kind of think the cereal is going to improve. That's just my take. All right? I could be completely wrong, but I feel like the cereal is going to get better. And here's how I really take it to the next level. If you making candy like Ferrero Rocher, please make Ferrero Rocher cereal. Please, if you are listening from that Italian company and this deal goes through, this $3 billion deal, can y'all make Ferrero Rocher cereal, please? I would eat the mess out of that cereal, y'all. Y'all don't even know. I don't know how it would go, but I envision like something like Cocoa Puffs, but with hazelnuts in it. I don't know. How will we make that a cereal? I don't know, but I will be a part of the focus group. I will be a part of the marketing team. We can sell ads right here on just.fm if y'all make that cereal. But y'all keep an eye out. Keep an eye out on this supposed Kellogg's purchase that is driving up the stocks. If you're a trader, tell me more about the stocks. Is it worth investing? I don't know. Is this a one-time peak? I don't know. And thank you, Italian company, for the best candy that I've ever tasted in a long time, the Ferrero Rocher. I just want to say thank you. I think that those candies are so good. But anyways, y'all, seriously, I did want to keep today's episode light, straight to the point. But for real, tell me, why is Love Island viral? Tell me what you eat Ferrero Rocher candy, all right, in the comments. Make sure you let me know. And if you know the year that Trix cereal changed from fruit to balls, and why did they do that? That is so sad. But all that to say, it's been another great episode. I want to thank you for tuning in to episode 15. again, guys, like, I'm looking for folks to, feed me topics. Let me know what y'all want to talk about. So producers, I'm looking for y'all. Comment producer down in the comments below. And like, seriously, I'd love for us to collaborate across building this community here at Jessisms. All right, so tune in for more clips. All right, tune in for more loopback episodes. Again, you're gonna see those coming. If you missed any prior episodes, take a listen to the loopback. And then if you want to know more about what I was talking about in the highlight clips, go find the full episode. And everything's nicely organized for y'all on my YouTube page. So again, if you want to be a producer and you're like, I don't like this, comment it and let's chat. Let's keep chatting. But while we don't know how long these episodes will be, and we don't know how short they will be, one thing we do know, guys, is that they will be. All right. So until then, I appreciate you. Bye-bye.
That was episode 15 of Jess.fm. Leave a comment if you've ever used reality TV to do your shadow work, or if Ferrero Rocher cereal is your $1 million idea too. And if nobody told you this yet, you did a good job today. Loop it back, then come back for more.
Thanks for riding with Jess.fm. See you next ride.